Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another amazing episode of Beyond Boardroom Business. I'm your host, Coach Stephanie, and I have the honor and the privilege to interview trailblazers, leaders, and people that you need to know. And let's just dive right into my next best guest. Without further ado, let me introduce you to Miss Tiffanie Bacon. How are you this evening?
I'm well. How are you, Coach Stephanie?
I am feeling fabulous. Thank you for
Awesome.
asking.
Yes, you look
Well,
fabulous.
thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm
You're
a
welcome.
reflection of you. So,
Oh, thank you.
you're welcome. So, when I looked over your bio, I was just like, wow, you do a lot of different things, and people need to know what you have going on. Not only are you a life coach, you're an author, you work with uh, women and entrepreneurs and mental illness, but let's hear it from you. Who is Tiffanie Bacon?
Well, I am the founder of Write the Vision Planner. I'm one that loves to plan and help individuals in intentional planning. And so my mission is to design elegant and inspiring planning tools to help people plan boldly and dream intentionally while their vision will see while they I'm sorry, dream intentionally while their vision is to see where visionaries live intentional clarity and bring limitless possibility. So I'm just here to allow you to answer any questions. I may be a little nervous, but I'm here. So yes.
No problem. So, what got you started in inspiring people to write in their own journals?
Well, you know what? If you were to ask me about fifth, third, fourth grade, I was the one that would carry planners and journals and my pens around with me every single where that I went. When I tell you, everyone, the stickers, like I had a friend that just recently was like, "You still got them pens? What do they smell? They had a fruit smell to them." Like I had forgot about all of those things, but that was me. And it was so much where teachers would ask me to grade papers because I had the red pens, the color
Wow.
pencils, and all of the things. And that is me to this day. If you look at my closet, I have so many journals and planners. I still have the bags of pens. And so I wanted to bring what I've been through as well as the things that brings me joy and
Mm.
makes me smile and bring those things and incorporate them into my services and the way that I help people just with their clarity and all of the things. Yes.
Wow, beautiful. So, let's
Yes.
dive into it. You said what you've gone through. Do tell.
Yes. Well, I was abused at a young age.
Mm.
I've had been through several marriages. I've been married two, three times. And so they were abusive as well. I just
Oh,
been through a lot of trauma.
okay.
And it just took this last marriage for me to truly get to know, okay, what is going on? There is something, there's a root somewhere that has not been healed, or there is something that I need to specifically deal with because I was attracting those individuals, the things that I've been through and the things that I've encountered, those were the individuals that I was attracting. And so it
Wow.
was time to say, wait a minute, pump your brakes. Okay, now is the time for you not to get into any other relationship, but the relationship with yourself and
Right.
find out what is going on and heal from those things because I just couldn't go any longer the way that I was going. Um, my entire life just wanted someone to love me,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
I know that that allowed me to fall into things, external sources, external things that were, looking for love.
Yeah.
Whatever that looked like and where my journey found me was looking for that love. And so I had to look internally. and
Mm.
recognize that that love is within me.
Ooh,
And
yes.
that's the journey that I've been on. And it's been 5 years now, but it's been the most beautiful, hard because it is not easy when you
Yes.
find all, just the revelation of everything that you have done, the choices that you have made was based off, what you come through.
Yeah.
So when that revelation came to me, that was hard to really deal with. Okay, wow, that was you,
Yeah.
and so, but I'm thankful. I I appreciate it because I know where I was then, but I know
Exactly.
where I am now.
Now, how did you know that outside of the divorces, how did you know that enough was enough?
Oh, that's a good question. How I knew enough was enough when I realized that there was a cycle. It
Mm.
was like I was having deja vu.
Mm.
Um, yeah,
That's
it
a
was
good
like I was.
one.
I'm, oh my god! I was like I was having deja vu, and I just sat with the experiences that I had went through,
Mhm.
and was like, yeah, no more.
That's
No
it.
more. No more. I had a nervous breakdown.
Oh.
There was so much there was just so much
Mm.
that it was a narcissistic type
Yeah.
of relationship that will tear you down. Do you
Ooh,
hear me?
man,
Oh
yes,
my
I've
God.
been there.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yeah, because
So,
they didn't reveal themselves in the beginning. You just find
right. So
out.
that relationship there tore me down.
Mm.
And it was like, oh, heck no. Oh no. I am not. No, though my flesh, though me, I want it. You want somebody to love, right? You want to be in those relationships, right? That's why we're here. But
Exactly.
it was like, oh no. I'm telling myself no. God will have to bring him to me because
Yes.
and that's just where I've been. That's where
Wow.
I've been.
So have you had mentors while you were growing up or, you know?
No, I haven't had mentors. I don't consider that having mentors. And my reason for saying that is because I thought I had mentors
Mm.
around my 30s. I requested for these individuals to be my mentors, but they were pretty much not someone that should have been a mentor for me,
Okay.
and just doing underhanded things
Mhm.
and talking behind, that's not a mentor.
No, not at
And
all.
so it kind of, I've already had like issues, I would say, with, I've never really had like been around like a lot of women.
Okay.
And my reason for saying that is because I think we as women are the hardest
Critics. Mhm.
person when it comes, like, we say all the things, yeah, that's my sister, yeah, we're all sisterly, and that's not the case. We will tear each other down.
Yes,
And I always saw that. And I just did not, I'm very selective in who is in my life
you
when it
should be.
comes to women.
Mm.
I'm very selective because I'm not one that likes drama. I don't like drama. And so
Yes.
if I know you're gossiping and you doing all those things, you're not
Yeah.
going to be in my life because I don't do those. I don't like. And
Yeah.
so most of the times we find a lot of women that wants to do all those things. And that's just,
Yeah.
I've just grown past that.
That's
And so, yeah.
okay. And what do you what do you put inside of your journals?
Well, inside of my, which particular, okay, so inside my 31 devotional, it's actually um I started writing poems probably about 15 years ago. I
Okay.
always keep my journals. So I have all my journals from back in the day. And I felt led to put my poems in this devotional. But what is
Mm,
also, so 15 years ago, the poems, I was really broken. I was looking for love. I was looking for all those things that, trying to fill that void. And
right.
then 15 years later, I started writing um, just my everyday experiences. And when I put them together, so I put them together. So you start off with the poem of me being broken, and then you come into the devotional of where I've actually done the work. And then
Mm,
and then it asks you questions for you to do the work.
I love it.
Um, and so that's what's in my actual devotional. Now in my planners, it is just I have one that asks gives you a dear me uh section where you can write out your dear future me, where you can write out who you see yourself in the future.
Yeah.
And then you can go back, once you complete the planner. There's goals where you do goal setting, you do your visionary. There's a actual vision board inside the planner where you can
Wow.
paste your pictures and your encouragements. There's affirmations, there's prayers, there's all of those, the calendar, of course, and you're, checking in with your health and exercising and all of that
Yeah.
um, are within those in those resources. Yes,
And what I love about your books is that they are not dated, as you mentioned. So,
yes, they are not dated because I specifically created them for women who has been through the journey that I've been through,
okay.
and oftentimes, just like me, I woke up next day and I was like, oh no, today I'm going to start my healing. And then the same for the planner. Today I'm going to write out that goal. I'm going to write out my SMART goals. And it didn't start January 1st or July, how you would normally find your planners, right? So I wanted to do an undated one. So when you have that moment, then you can start when you want to start.
Now, what's the significance of writing in a journal?
The significance, well, I would say um, I did this exercise a while ago. You know how you write? I was told I was going to therapy, and he told me to write out a letter and to burn it because
Okay.
that was basically you releasing.
Right.
And so I would say the same thing for a journal. A journal is meant for you to write it out
Mhm.
and to release it.
Yes.
And a lot of times we don't do that, but that's what I believe journals are for. And then you put them to the side. Like I shared, I have all my journals. I'll go
Mhm.
back and still read some from years ago, and I'm like, oh my god, like this is, I've been there. And then you know what? Another thing that where I got to a place where it was over is everything was repetitive. I was going through the same things over
Wow.
the years when I was looking at my journals. It had
Wow.
been like 5 years, and then the next 5 years, and it was like they were mirroring. So that
Wow.
let me know, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, sister, you got to work on you. You got to work
Yeah.
on you.
Yeah.
But that's
That-
what I think journals are mainly for, to just release.
yes. And I like how you are talking about the difference between journals and planners because the journals are what you've gone through and the planners is what you plan to go to or
Yes,
go to.
go
Yeah. And
the
they're both
destiny.
they're both
Hmm.
important.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
they are.
beautiful.
Yes,
And
they are both important.
so, how often do you go back to your past journals to see how far you've come?
Um, I don't. There's no set time like, okay, it's been 2 years. Let me go back and look at my journals. It's not. It doesn't happen like that.
Okay.
Um, It's just I don't know how I come actually across them. So let me share. I recently, this particular journal was my bucket list journal. Okay,
Oh,
and so
okay.
I have bucket lists in my planners as well, and
Nice.
it was from 2019 20, and I wrote out all of the things that I had a desire to do. And I would name five of those things that were on there. So on that list, it was going to Africa, it was going
Mm,
to Spain, it
okay.
was going to Niagara Falls, it was
Mhm.
going to where else? It was some other place that I haven't gone yet, and it was one more thing, and
Okay.
I can't recall. It might have been Italy or France. Yeah, France. It was
Okay.
France. Okay, so I went to Africa in 2020. I went to Spain last year. I went to
Wow.
France last year,
Mm.
and I went to Italy last year, and planning to go to Japan this year was the other one. So
Wow.
I say that to say that writing the vision is powerful.
Yes.
Writing down your goals is powerful. It's not just writing it down and yeah, you write it down and leave it alone. But see how I just left that
Yeah.
journal right
Yeah.
where it was? Oh, and the other thing was that I would be the author of many journals and planners.
Look at that.
And so I just put it to the side. I didn't go back to it. And then last month, I don't know, I just ended up picking it up and I was going through it and I was like, "Oh my god, everything that I wrote down,
Wow.
I accomplished it." And it wasn't me just going like keeping it, in my
Right.
with me to actually write them and check them off. That was not the case.
Hmm. Hmm.
It was me just living life, enjoying life, and those doors opening up for me.
Wow. Yeah, it is power behind the pen.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it. And that's very
Yes.
important. So, do you create vision boards as well, or is it a
I
part
do
of your?
create
Okay.
Yes, I do create vision boards. I gotten to the place where I do a digital vision board. So I will
Whoa.
go into Canva and I'll create my vision board and then I'll just keep it on my phone or keep it on my iPad.
Oh,
And then it's just a great way to just always have it with me. Um, I'm trying to see. Yeah, to always have it with me, and instead of just having it on my wall when I come home. That's great.
mhm.
But for me, like I like the digital, and then I have it in my planner as well. So it is in my planner because I created a format where you can just put it in the planner as well.
Wow. Is
Yeah.
there anything that you want to accomplish that you haven't accomplished? You said Japan. Is there anything else outside of traveling that you want
Outside of
to?
traveling that I want to accomplish, hmm, I would say I don't. Maybe becoming a TED Talk speaker or something one day.
I
Maybe
yeah,
having be a keynote speaker on a
yeah.
platform. I don't know. I don't know, but I don't know how I just said that. But or yeah. So that outside of speaking, I
Okay.
would say that, and I say that because I love to encourage and empower others, and so what better way to do it is speaking
That's
and
right.
having those engagements to pour into others.
Exactly. And that's what you do as a life coach. You
Yes, yes,
beautiful,
I do.
beautiful. Wow, that's wonderful. Now you uh, talked about mental illness earlier
Mhm.
before we
Yes.
came on. So, what do you do with the mental illness industry?
Well, I actually am a state certified facilitator with NAMI, and it is an organization that National Alliance on Mental Illness.
Wow.
Incorporated, and it's an organization that walks individuals who may be a peer of someone who has gone through mental illness, or they may know, or they
Yeah.
can have mental illness. And
Mhm.
so they go through this 8-week program that facilitators are speaking with them, sharing their story, as well as providing them with the steps and the resources to help them overcome in their journey.
Wow, that's wonderful. So if
Yeah.
someone wants to join that organization or
Mhm.
be in front of the speakers, how do they sign up for that?
How do they sign up? You can go to NAMI.org,
How do you spell
um,
that?
NAMI
Hmm.
dot org,
Okay.
and they should have a facility in your county. But if they don't, they are national. And so I have
Nice.
been in one course where there was somebody dialing in from Canada.
Oh, wow.
So anyone can participate, and there's no cost for these
Oh,
resources. So I think a lot of people may not know about the wonderful things that NAMI is doing. But yeah, if you're dealing with mental illness, then I would definitely say, or someone, to share those resources with them so they know that there's help out there. There's hope
that's good.
for yeah.
Yeah, because mental illness is real. There are
Oh
so
yeah.
many people affected by it.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Especially these days and times, like it's so much going on. Um, the suicides numbers are increased, the depression, all of those things. And so we just need to really even if we don't know, someone, you may come across someone that knows about that needs to know the resources for NAMI, or yeah.
yeah. Okay. And so, excuse me, we talked about how you are an author, you are a life coach, you are a
Mhm.
facilitator. Is there anything
Yes.
else that you do that we didn't discuss?
um that we didn't discuss.
Yeah.
No, no, no. That's pretty much it. Outside of
Oh,
those things, I just love nature, and so you'll find me at Piedmont Park. But I got my blanket and my books and my journals and all of
wow.
those things, and just relaxing and being me.
Yeah. Getting out in that fresh air, you
Yeah,
know, yeah,
yeah,
being one with Mother Earth. That is so
yeah,
important to get that fresh air. That
yeah.
is therapy for, yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yes, it is, and it's really one of the suggestions for those that deal with mental illness is to get out, fresh air, walking,
Good.
and all of those things. Yeah,
Oh, wow. Now, when did you write your first book or publish your first book?
I published my first book in December of 2021.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. So you've been an
yeah,
author for this
2021.
time. Okay.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank
Do you
you.
have any plans of writing more, creating more journals or
Oh
planners?
yes, of course, of course. So I do have plans of um, um, creating more. There's more to come. There's so many more things that I have plans doing, and going to start doing those things sometimes next year. Things will
Wow.
start
That's fun.
rolling out. Yeah, new products will start rolling out next year.
So, for women in particular that are going through um, uncomfortable relationships, or how
Mhm.
should they start to make their exit?
I wouldn't be the one to ask that question,
Okay.
because I don't think that I um exited in a way that um in that way, I'll just say.
Okay.
But For those individuals that are dealing with domestic violence, there I would definitely, suggest that them to reach out to organizations
Mhm.
that have those resources to help guide them, um, and yeah, provide them with the necessary steps it takes to say, okay, I'm out, but it's not easy.
Oh,
So, um,
yes.
I do believe they're going to need help. And so whether
Yes.
that's, Googling, I don't know, or what that looks like for them because I'm not sure what their situation is,
Right.
or, having someone else to do it. And the first and foremost is just accepting that that's the situation that you're in and that you need help, because I
Yes.
think a lot of us just want to, and when we have a lot of times when we have that mindset, it may be from no one else will want me, to I don't know where I'm going to go, to oh, I can stick it out, because there's today they're saying I love you, so I'm hoping that they're going to change.
Yeah.
And so there's a number of different, things that can be the reason, but accepting would be the first, and realizing that help is needed.
Yes. And self-esteem is at the core of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a victim of domestic violence. I don't know if I can say domestic. It was mental. Um,
That's, yeah. Mine
yeah.
was. Mhm.
Yeah. And it's amazing because all the things you mentioned, it just had me reminisce of going
Yeah.
through the
Yeah.
situation. I was basically, unbeknownst to me, looking for love in all the wrong places
Hmm.
when I should have looked inward, you
Yeah.
know? And
Yep.
that's why your book, your journals are so important because it's so many people like us that
Yes.
are looking for love because we're lovable people. We're lovable
Hmm.
people, and we just come across the wrong people because we are attracting the wrong people because of the lack of esteem. But
Yep.
once we strengthen our core, our essence, and understand who we really are,
Yeah.
it really helps strengthen our environment. And
Yes.
again, those journals are so important. And
Yes.
so, again, thank you for stepping into your calling and
Oh,
doing
thank you.
to help others. And so, outside of journals and planners, are there any other kind of products that you create?
Outside of journals and planners,
Yes.
no, not right now.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
hmm Life is like an empty canvas. As
Yes.
entrepreneurs, we can create whatever it
Yes.
is that we put our minds to.
Yep.
I love that. So, how do you stay inspired?
How do I stay inspired? I would say my faith,
Mm,
and just when I look at my children, them as well,
yes.
and then just recognizing the how far I've come.
Mm,
That is inspiration alone.
yes.
It
It is.
inspires me to continue to go forward and never
Yes.
look back. I only look back when I have to share my story.
Good point. And that's the
But
only time you ever do that.
right, but in the past I would be having mental uh, visions, having visions of the things that I've gone through, like on a daily basis.
Oh,
And so I think
wow.
that was a part of PTSD. You normally have, you
Wow.
know, like videos are always playing in your mind of the incidents that you've gone through. So
Yes.
that's what flashbacks and things of that nature. So I've always had those, but now I no, so it's just
Yes.
when I share my story, that's when I go to that place. But I'm inspired because I know that there is so much more that needs to be done,
Yes.
and I'm looking forward to the journey. I'm looking
Yes.
forward. Yeah,
Yes. Because there's nothing but greatness going to come your way.
yeah,
You know, you've done the hard work. You
yeah,
studied your journals. You realized who you are, and it's all internal.
yeah.
You know, yeah. So
Yes,
that's beautiful. Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you for
Thank you.
helping self as well as the community. And so,
Yes.
how can people find you?
Yes, of course. You can find me at www.tiffaniebacon.com. I am also on Instagram at I am Tiffany Bacon, and as well on Facebook and YouTube. So feel free to check out my socials and subscribe while you're at it. And yeah,
And the uniqueness of your name is two F's, like
I
mine.
know. Yeah, I know. And then the IE. So yep.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. So you have to constantly spell your name for the rest of your life if
Yep.
you're like me.
Yep.
Yes. Well, I truly enjoyed this conversation. Thank you for sharing, your moments and your lows and your highs with
Yep.
us. And I love your journal. I love the way it looks. I mean,
Thank
and
you.
what you said, all of the ingredients, all of the content is just a great masterpiece. And people really need to check it out because it helps a person grow
Yes.
from within.
Yes.
So that's amazing. And they can
Yes.
find it on your website, correct?
Yes, so I have like a couple. This is my
Oh,
channel
beautiful.
here. Yeah, then
Beautiful.
these are my author copies of my
Okay.
um,
Vision. Yeah.
plans. But yeah, these are my products right now.
I love the
But
colors.
yeah, thank you. But there are so many more to come, and I'm excited for what's to come.
Yes, yes, yes. Your business is only going to get stronger, especially working with me.
Oh, awesome.
All right. Well, I enjoyed this conversation. I would love for you to come back in the future and let's see what's going
Yes.
on inside of your world. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Okay, everyone, I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Beyond Boardroom Business. Again, I am your host, Coach Stephanie. I am a business strategist. I am a podcast host, as well as a book publisher. And I love what I do. I get to interview trailblazers, as I mentioned, and just get to help show others that, hey, no matter what, we are human, we make mistakes, we get over them, and we keep pressing forward. So, again, thank you for being a part of this episode. Please share, please hit the like button, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. And until the next time, stay prayerful, stay patient, and stay powerful. Peace.